big one here, Pokemon White. I did make a pretty early mistake, losing somebody. Oops. Hello everyone, I got another set of pickup, 2021 pickup. This is a second pickup video that I've recorded, but still getting some stuff. A lot of PlayStation 3 as you can see, and some really good stuff. The beginning of last year I had a whole bunch of Pokemon stuff come in all of a sudden. I had like a few pickups in a row where I picked up like a lot of Pokemon games for whatever reason. And this year the beginning is all about PlayStation 3 because I just had a pickup of 2 PlayStation 3s that I bought for 20 bucks a piece. Both work a little dinged up, and I got 3 more actually in this deal. That puts me at 5 within the month. Pretty amazing. But let me go ahead and start going over it real quick. The first pickup is a Facebook Marketplace pickup, and this was for a DSi Black non-standard little stylus. It did have a SD card. It was nice, 2 gig SD card. I did find out with these you can reset it, so that's nice. I do have one already. I haven't messed around with it too much, but I have 4 of them at this point. So this one is for resale. It was 50 bucks. Facebook Marketplace pickup with the charger, but it also had 4 games. And you can see the big one here is Pokemon White. Very nice. It is legit as far as I can tell. The codes seem to match on the back and doesn't look fake to me. The next pickup was a Kingdom Hearts. I think this is $3.58 over 8 days for the DS, which I'll be keeping that. Didn't have a copy. I was happy to pick that up. Another good pickup was Zelda Phantom Hourglass. Also did not have that, so that's definitely one that I want to add to the collection. Getting all the Zeldas that I haven't played on the DS. And the last one was just Surf's Up. So least exciting, but obviously it was a good deal for me to get. I do have Pokemon White, so that's for resale, and then the DSi will definitely pay the 50, and then these 2 will be in for the collection. So a very nice bundle there, and it worked out nicely. I was in another town picking up this big one from a Facebook Marketplace deal, and this other deal was also in the same city, so I was able to meet both of them in the same day. I'll go ahead and go over the big pickup. It was PlayStation 3. Had all the cables and everything, and it's super slim. It does have a hard drive. I believe it's, the 250. There's a sticker there, just so I know it's 250. But I checked, and it is actually 250. I already tested it, and it works just fine. But it was 100 bucks. Nice controller. The controller did have a weird thing with the pad here. I was able to open it up, cleaned it out a little bit, and it stopped doing it. Where if I held down on the pad, it would just keep holding down, which normally happens to the joystick. But once I cleaned it out, it works fine, and I don't think I broke it when I put it back together. It works, so worked out pretty well. But of course, the games were the big things. I believe there's 24 games, and you can probably see the big one there that makes a $100 bundle. Normally I wouldn't say yes to that because that's probably what the system will sell for. But of course, that one game makes it worth it. But we'll get to it. We got Madden 15, Assassin's Creed Black Flag, GTA 5 disc only, NCAA Football 10, Madden 25. Lots of sports games too, so that would also put me off from the deal. Madden 10, but it has the right sports game. GTA 5, Gran Turismo 5, FIFA Soccer 13, Call of Duty Ghosts, and we got NBA 2K13, NHL 09, Madden 16, NCAA Football 12, Madden 11. And I'm kind of going through quickly just because a lot of these are kind of filler titles. Tiger Woods PGA 09. Trying to make the videos a little faster too. Oh. It'd help if I didn't drop stuff. That'd probably make them faster. LA Noir. So there's all kind of the filler titles, you know. None of that's going in my collection or anything. But of course, here was the good stuff. Starting, of course, with NCAA football 14. I was kind of surprised I didn't get. They didn't really mention it because usually with these, or at least the past few, if I do a Facebook Marketplace pickup, the person will be like, "Oh yeah, someone was really asking about that game," but they seemed fine with it, and they didn't mention that anyone else was really trying to get to it. Maybe they were, but obviously that's quite a big one. The PS3 one I feel like is even more expensive than the Xbox 360 version too. I don't know why that is, but it's going pretty high from what I saw. They also had Cabela's Hunting Expedition. One's worth about 15 actually, so that'll be a resell. God of War 3, MLB The Show 11, Red Dead Redemption. Got the poster with it. These three are for my collection. I'm going to start picking up more PlayStation 3 games, as you'll see from the next two stacks over there. Dirt, Call of Duty Black Ops, Operation Flashpoint Dragon Rising. So, there's 3 games to add to the collection. I'm just picking up the commons right now when they're cheap, so obviously that'll grab any day. Okay. Put this over here. So let me show the PlayStation. The other PlayStation. I actually picked up 2 of these from a pawn shop. They had them in their case and they had notes on them. This one said won't read discs, and it was $20, marked down from like 30 that they had it originally. So I decided to take a chance on it, and this one turned out well. Cleaned the lens, plugged it back in, works just fine. I think it's got a 120 hard drive in it, something like that. So that was nice that it came with the hard drive. But yeah, booted it up. I tried 4 or 5 discs, a DVD as well, and it does work just fine. So I've heard recently, I think it was, I've mentioned Sick Cooper, his YouTube channel. He mentioned that they don't take in these consoles because of the overheating issues. And this is actually the model I have for my main PS3 that I still use because it was my original one. And I don't have too many issues with it. I've never had it like overheat that I know of. And this one, obviously I haven't run it for hours and hours, but the big thing with cleaning it at least was that the ports for the power supply were literally clogged with dust. Like, not like there's dust around all the holes. Like, literally, the hole was filled with dust all the way through on all of them. Fortunately, since I was opening up anyway to clean the lens, I was able to clear that stuff out. The second one was a super slim. I have it somewhere else, but it was $15, and that one I wasn't able to get to work. It actually just won't accept the discs. When you put it in, it doesn't automatically pull it in or anything like that, so the mechanism seems to be broken. Let me get to the last 2 stacks. These are actually just some random pawn shops and like 1 or 2 flea markets that I went to. And like I said, I got a lot of PS3, but a few other things. I did get a copy of Room Factory 4, and that's complete. I'm surprised this doesn't go for higher. It's only worth about 15. I only paid 5, so that's why I picked it up. It's a pretty good game. I have a copy already, but it's not just the kind of game that you would think would be worth more. Maybe in the future it will be. Anyways, I picked up Harvey Birdman, Attorney at Law for the collection for 6. Picked that up for PSP recently, but 6 seemed okay. It was at a flea market that had they always have higher prices. They're one of those that's just a little higher than what I want to pay. So their stuff is like 7, 8, and then the better stuff is like 12, 15. So I'm like, just can't do it. I also hit up some pawn shops, and so I picked up the Club for 2. Very nice. Marvel Superhero Squad for 2. Yep. These were 3. I picked up Deadpool, which I actually need to double check. I think Deadpool actually goes for a pretty decent amount. I think I've sold it before. That might have been on the PS4. But that one I'm keeping anyway. Sonic Ultimate Genesis Collection, keeping that. Another $3 one. Let's see here. Yeah. This was 15 bucks for these four. They kind of bundled them together when I brought them up. Condemned 2, Bloodshot. Warriors, Legend of Troy. And the Call of Duty 1 and 2 combo pack. I've definitely sold this before a few times. Usually goes for a decent amount since it's, I guess just because it's a combo pack. But this one I'll be keeping for the collection. I'm going for them. But they did have one PS1 game, Road Rash Jailbreak. I think the reason they bundled together because they were just trying to get rid of this. It was kind of in like a stack on the side. They're one of the kind of pawn shops that usually only have newer and then some last generation. So it was still nice of them, of course, you know, to basically bundle that in for me. But it was 15 bucks for the 4, so not too bad. And of course that Road Rash I need for the collection, so that's why I picked it up. I believe these were 3 apiece. Kung Fu Rider. Very nice. Which I remember, I don't know if this is related to the like bike one where like you're on a robot bike. I might be thinking of something else, but for whatever reason, it looks like that. Ride to Hell Retribution, 1%. I believe that's the review score that game got, because it's terrible. Rogue Warrior.
Fucking commies keep getting in my way. No surprise, motherfuckers.
Happy fucking birthday.
That's right, nighty night, you sweet piece of shit. Enjoy the ride, cocksucker. Have a nice trip. Boom time.
I'm not being rude to him. He says that a lot in the game. Valkyria Chronicles, which I kind of picked up by mistake. I figured it would be worth more. But it is actually only like $5 or $6 game. I'm kind of surprised with that one too. I remember playing that and I got stuck on one of the missions. And I couldn't beat it actually. I remember being very confused, like, why can't I beat this? I think I even looked up a guide. It was some mission where I think it was right after she gets her like blue hair ability, that girl. And I just could not beat it, but I don't know. So I did get curious about Valkyria Chronicles, and I do still have my original PlayStation 3 from when I first got it. I was curious if I still had the save file, and lo and behold, I do. As you can see, it's from 2014. The mission, I guess, that I was stuck on was Chapter 14, the Showdown at Nagir 2. So I decided, no, I'm just going to try playing it and see if I could remember what I was stuck on. So I did remember this is when the one girl gets her Valkyrie transformation, becomes super powerful. And so I tried playing the mission, and mostly just trying to remember how to play it. Made a few mistakes on what everything does, so I messed up a little there. After a while I was starting to get a hang of it though, and making some progress. The game's not terribly hard. I think I'm just on like the normal difficulty. I did make a pretty early mistake, losing somebody. Oops. I slowly progressed and got a scout up to the camp, which was kind of the base objective, and at that point you lose the Valkyrie transformation, and kind of a scripted thing. Kind of remembered at that point why I was messing it up. I think I must have thought there was some different objective, or I wasn't sure about the objective, because as you can see there's like a pincer attack that happens with 2 tanks and kind of a never-ending army of soldiers that suddenly show up. So that's the difficult part of it, and I don't know why I couldn't figure out that you just need to destroy the tanks. Not sure what I was thinking. The tanks also fire rounds, incendiary rounds, which kind of throws you off a little bit. Seems like you can handle it pretty well though, with at least my characters were powerful enough to kill most of the troops pretty quickly. The tanks kind of inaccurate though, and I did continue to make mistakes putting one of the main characters in one of the blast zones, and yeah, it is a one-hit kill. The level definitely presses you though, kind of pushing you to like have people dying because, you know, you can only handle so much of the infantry coming over and over. You can see Catherine quite worried about my command decisions. She's going to have PTSD probably, along with Eddie. Eventually, though, the tank in the southern part of the map kind of just moves up automatically, and even though I did lose one of my characters here, I was able to just use a regular anti-tank and destroy him pretty easily, like just a few shots, and they went down. So for the north side, I just kind of pushed in with my tank people, the main character when the 8 of Ice. Just kind of pushed in and distracted the tank. The strategy seemed to be working, but I had to pay the real cost of war when I, you know, accidentally discovered that there's landmines, and then one of the characters got killed. Poor Nancy. So the distraction worked, and the tank moved away from me, and I was able to get a little lucky with some of the attacks. My troops still killing them pretty quickly. After that, I was able to use the big damn hero, Shamrock, second tank, ran through, knocked that guy out of the way, and went right in for some quick shots towards the other tank, and that was victory. So I'm not too sure what was stopping me before. I'm actually a little surprised that I was able to beat it kind of easily, even though I had a bunch of people die on me in the mission. One, I guess, permanently, but yeah, I actually did end up beating it. It was kind of interesting actually to go back and just look at a game I had played so long ago, and then for whatever reason got stuck and then stopped. I'll probably play it again soon on the remastered version now that I'm seeing how much I enjoyed it. Anyways, that was it for my pickups. Got some nice stuff, as you can see. Some very nice PS3 pickups for the collection. Got a little bit of DS stuff, and a decent amount for resale, which I'm very happy about. Of course, I haven't been picking up as much, so I'm starting to get low on inventory, so it's nice to be able to pick up more to sell.